Fuck Fat and Spicy.
Whoa!
Holy shit, guys.
Welcome back. Welcome back. What's up,
What
guys?
happened?
Spicy, you in the dark over there?
No, man, I got it. So I was doing some house cleaning and I broke my blinds in my office. So the sun's setting and it's coming through. I can't help it. This is what you get for the next
I thought
probably
you were
10,
trying to
15
get
minutes.
like junior detective, like. So where were you? You did the detective smoky rooms. But, you got the blinds.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Last night, 7:15. You better tell me where the fuck you were.
Yeah, 7:15. You and her were out there tonight.
How you been, man?
I've been all right, man. Good. Definitely sore. Like I said, I've been hitting the gym. The gym's been hitting me. Trying to balance better eating, dude, with more calorie burning, more physical training. It's definitely one of those things, man, that you find yourself, huh?
You thought about the keto?
The keto? Man, I've been thinking about taquitos all night, man, but I can't have it.
No, not the ketos. The keto diet. It's like Jesus, dude. Like keto, all meat.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to think about like different diets and things that I should try to do. But for right now, there's nothing really that I am doing that's how do you say, like a specific set meal plan or anything like that. I'm not counting calories or anything like that. What I'm doing is trying to just make small changes in my life and trying to form new bad habits.
Okay.
So, instead of like before where I would just pile on bread and tortillas and stuff, I'm cutting that back. I'm cutting that out. Or I would drink soda, I'm cutting the soda out. Switching to Coke Zero. Like I said, small changes. Nothing like I'm going down until 1,200 calories. Is all I can have.
Still drinking beer.
Oh shit, that reminds me.
95 cows, baby, 95 cows. But
it's still a can of bread, buddy.
Yeah, but again, like small changes, and we all know I only drink beer for the show. But going to the gym and finding out what kind of person you are, dude, when you have to push yourself is different. You know what I'm saying? When you get into that different mental space, you get into that different headspace, and it's like I let myself get this way. It's like I trained so hard to be fat.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Because that ain't just happen. It doesn't just happen. You don't just sit there and don't do nothing and get fat. You have to consistently put your body through this change the same way that you would put it through a change for good. And the same way, that's why I said when I'm trying to make new bad habits, the bad habit was ordering out, was getting, McDonald's and eating that all the time, you know what I'm saying? It was just eating and then going laying down, watching TV, Those were my bad habits. Now I want new bad habits. Now it's all right, now we're gonna skip we're not gonna do heavy, we're not gonna eat fast food, you know what I'm saying? We're not eating fast food. If I get hungry, I get a protein shake, I get a smoothie, you know. Buying better groceries so that way whenever I sit there and I'm looking in the fridge for something to eat, there's nothing but healthy stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Granted, I don't force my kids to. I'm not like, you eat all your elephant is here, you eat carrots.
Right.
No, I still have they have their cereal, they have their stuff. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's
it's
where
just
the
not your
little
stuff.
bit of exactly. It's not my stuff. So I have to make sure that I'm buying snacks for myself because I know I'm a snacker.
Yeah.
I gotta have something. I gotta snack, and I gotta make sure that it's not something that's gonna be really bad for me.
Pistachios, baby. Big bag of pistachios. All you need.
I got, what I'm saying, almonds, like today I think my go-to snack is just a spoonful of peanut butter.
Ooh, that's a ton of fat.
I love peanut butter, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like boom. And like
That'd be my fat content for the week.
that's like, boom, eat that, and that's kind of like it's like my meal.
Okay.
That's like my breakfast.
All right. I dig it.
Whatever you got to do to make it work and make it work for you, because I mean, like, there's so many different types of people who have different habits and different ways of things that are working for them, and not everything's going to work for everybody. So if you need to have an Oreo cookie like once every 2 days or something like that, eat that Oreo cookie. Just go, like, don't
eat them. That's the trick.
Yeah.
I mean, moderation is everything, right? No matter what it is.
Yeah, and like I said, it's going into that mindset again. It's trying to re-brainwash myself.
Well, you got to build those new habits, like you said, and it's a whole like just what you said. It's a whole mindset rework from the bottom to the top. It's how you wake up in the morning. It's how you eat. It's how you shit. It's how you move on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, man, like I said, it's one of those things that's been eye-opening for me. And we sit here and we talk about people with addictions, and we think about how, oh, you can quit whenever you want. You just gotta want to quit. Stop eating those cheeseburgers.
Mm-hmm.
Stop going to McDonald's.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
but let's talk the other way.
Same
People
thing.
tell me just put the cigarette. Don't buy a pack of cigarettes. All right, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't know what it's like.
Look at them and just be like, don't hit the gym. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh no, I can't. Exactly. It's difficult to put down and put these old bad habits away, bro.
It is.
And like I said, man, you really learn a lot about yourself and who you are and who you want to be by trying to push yourself past your own mental limitations.
So what's your biggest obstacle while you're doing this?
Biggest obstacle, man, is eating right. You know what I'm saying?
It's finding the right foods.
Finding the right now, dude. I had a small plate of spaghetti right now.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, I would eat 2 mountain-full plates of spaghetti.
Okay.
Like I'm talking about a mountain. Those guys got
portion. You're just looking for portions. Like
it's not even control. That. It's not. Yeah. It's not. Well, we ordered groceries and they were supposed to be here today, but there was a mix-up, so they won't be here tomorrow. And that has all of my my healthy meal plans in it. So I didn't want to touch the spaghetti. You know what I'm saying? That was for the kids.
Right.
But I need to eat something. Here, I got literally my protein shake right here. Right. That's gonna hold me over for the rest of the night. So I ate that just to have something inside of me. And again, I would prefer not to eat it, but I gotta eat something. You know what I'm saying? Weight loss isn't about starving yourself.
No, it's not. But I mean, it's okay to be hungry, right? That's the rule. Everybody wants to eat until they're like, "Oh, I can't fucking eat another bite," and it's like, dude, it's okay to finish your meal and be a little hungry.
What the doctors say? You remember the two big sisters? What is it? 400-pound lions, whatever. You never seen? Laws, you don't know that show? My bills are paid. You ever know what the show I'm talking about?
Two big sisters.
I'm grown.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see. I'll find the clip. Y'all real quick. Hold on. I'll find it. And I'll show you what I'm talking about.
So, aside from the food thing, right? Is that the only thing that you're addicted to?
Uh, like as far as bad things.
Well, of course. As far as your unhealthy lifestyle, because I know you don't smoke weed. I know you're not a cigarette smoker.
Oh,
You're a
getting back,
very, very moderate drinker.
yeah, getting back into the gym, bro. Moving, staying active, getting
Now,
active.
that brings me to my second question. When you're at the gym, do you get that workout high that people talk about, like that runner's high, that energy, the endorphins kicking in after a while?
So they make what we call pre-workout. You take that pre-workout and it gives you that boost of energy. So we'll take a pre-workout 30 minutes before we go to the gym. So it gives us that boost of energy to just push through. When it comes
Okay,
down to that next of energy is when that pre-workout starts to run out. You know what I'm saying?
gotcha.
When you're sitting there ran and then like after you're about an hour and a half in the gym, you're kind of like, but it's
Yeah,
not time to leave. Like my little brother said, it's not time to go. I'm like,
it's not time to go.
it's not time to go. He's like, nah, hell nah. So
But that's
that's when
good
the
because
second
you
week.
you you need that person to keep you going to get that second wind you
Yeah.
just spoke of.
Yeah,
I mean, you really do.
yeah, man. Another habit of reading, man. I started reading.
That's not a bad habit. That's a good habit.
No, no, I know. To me, I just call them bad habits
Like you just
because
learned how to read.
no, no, no. I'm saying I'm reading. I'm reading again. I haven't read a book in fucking years.
Oh, what are you reading?
What is it? What is it? Grocko? What is it? It's a leadership book.
Okay.
Hold on.
Any good? I mean, are you learning anything from it?
So yes, yeah, actually I am. So it's basically it teaches you how to be a better leader as far as what steps you can take to better see the bigger picture as a
Sure.
leader. As far as when you think of a leader, it's somebody who oversees.
Yeah.
Who's looks at and can analyze from the outside in.
Mm-hmm.
So it talks about taking that step back. It talks about taking that moment and uh displacing yourself so that you can oversee, so you can see everything, and then re-engaging
All right.
instead of just sitting there. Because again, he's retired military. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
he talks. This is the book here.
Leadership and strategy tactics.
It's Jocko.
Jocko Willink.
Yeah.
Okay.
So retired military. He worked with like Chris Kyle and the American Sniper.
Yeah.
Um, it talks about like I said, disengaging, engaging, and other point of tactics to kind of like help maneuver through different situations that a
Okay.
leader may face. That basically it's going from military training and putting that into everyday civilian life and problems that you would face. But he talks about
Move
his
your mic up a
platoon.
little
He
closer.
talks Yeah, he talks about his platoon. He talks about coming out of the military and going into the military and learning everything he did along the way. You know, he talks about how important leadership was for him, being somebody new in the SEALs. And how good leaders affected him versus how bad leaders affected his squad.
Yeah. My
So,
dad was a SEAL. He said the same thing.
yeah, and
He said
like I
the
said,
exact same thing.
I guess to be a leader, you have to make sure that you understand what or who you're leading, what positions. Like if I was to, the easiest way I could say this, to play chess. In order to play chess, you have to know what each piece does.
Mhm.
You can't just say I'm going to play chess and just move things around. You have to know have to know how the rook moves. You have to know how the bishop moves. You have to know how the pawns move. And until you learn those individual pieces, until you learn those individual placements and what roles people play inside of your objective, you can't lead. So all
Good
that,
point.
all that in it, and I'm hoping to learn how to better lead myself, not just within other people, but myself within my navigate my own life.
Okay. One thing I did learn, and this is something that I think my father brought away from the SEALs. He said to me, he says, especially when I first got my kitchen, my restaurant. He said, "Your job is not to make these people as good as you. Your job is to make them better than you. That's a good leader." I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. And as a chef, that's my job. I want my people to be better than me. So, if I'm not there, they're on it.
Yeah.
It's
I talk
not
about
an
that a
ego
lot
thing.
at work.
You know what I mean?
I talk
Yeah.
about that a lot at work. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
I want you to be
they
trained
don't,
better than I know this
they
shit.
don't train you. Like it's like I tell them like it's almost like they're afraid that you're going to take their job.
Right?
And I'm like,
Right?
that should be what you want. If they can do it better, if they can't push you, if you are afraid to be pushed by
Yep.
someone you are teaching, then you have no right to be in that position.
Listen, man, I got a guy that works in my kitchen. He doesn't anymore. Good guy, but he and I just never got along. But when he came in at night, I knew he was going to be in. And if even as the chef, if my shit wasn't wired tight, he'd complain about it. And it pushed me to make sure that everything got done that day. You know what I mean? It, it a level of accountability for a boss is huge. You have to be held accountable. Just because you're the boss, don't mean you can go home at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You got to be there in the trenches with your people. You can't do shit that you don't expect them to do, and you got to make sure you step up for them. Leadership is tough, dude. Leadership sucks.
And like I said, not everybody can lead.
That's
I
true
have hard
too.
times with it too. I'm not a dumb guy, but when it comes to being a leader, it's hard for me because I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but there's also a job to be done. And I'm making money from somebody else to do that job. Well, I'm going to be a dick.
Yeah.
And I am a dick, and people think of me as a dick. A lot of people do. But it's because I want you to be better than me. I'm pushing you to succeed. I'm pushing you to exceed what I can do. And if you don't think that I don't yell. I'm now Gordon Ramsay. You fucking donkey.
What are you? An
Right.
idiot sandwich. Yeah.
An idiot sandwich. That's the one. I don't do that. But I will get on your ass. Hey, man, I've asked you to do this 3 fucking times and you're not doing it. The next time I'm not going to ask you nicely. Get your shit together or get out. Please.
And I think that's one thing that we face today is nobody is accountability. Nobody wants to be held accountable. Nobody holds
Now,
themselves accountable. It's always
I
excuse. It's always I blame him, I blame her, I blame everybody in the world. I blame the way the stars are not in the line.
yeah, right. But I was
I mean, that
also
comes from leadership too. I've known some people who are in leadership positions and they're constantly blaming others as well, like not taking ownership for their leadership.
They don't have they shouldn't be in a leadership role.
Exactly, I agree.
I don't want to make this a Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z thing, but I was born in 77, right? Like the end of the Gen Xers or middle of, I don't know what the fuck I am.
Old
But
as
we
fuck.
just, and maybe it's because I'm an
Old
old
as
guy.
balls.
Fuck you. Maybe it's because I'm an old guy and, get off my lawn. But it just seems, and I think my kids are going to say this about the next generation too, and their kids will say that about the next generation. But it just seems like the work ethic is so different. Guys that are in my kitchen that are my age bust their asses. Young kids want it handed to them on a fucking platter.
I'll
I don't know.
tell you this, and I think we talked about this before. There's a good and bad to the new generation. The good is that they demand more. Where we were just taught to fall in line, this is the job, do it, shut up, get paid.
Eat shit, cash checks.
Yeah. They're like, no. Like, my buddy across the street does the same thing and is getting paid $5 more. No, I'm not gonna do it. Or they're real quick to point out that's not what it says in my job description. Nowhere in there does it say for me to do that. You're trying to add more work onto me. And then if I don't complete that, you're gonna get on my ass about it.
Well,
And
yeah,
they say,
dude.
no, I'm not gonna do that. But whereas we fall in line.
As busy as I am, if a customer breaks a glass, I'm going to leave the kitchen, go help clean it up because I know how busy my fucking bartenders are. Doesn't take any time out of my day, helps everybody else. And what I hear from other people, it's not my fucking job. Go fuck yourself. This whole place is your job. That's how I feel. It's a team thing.
I
it's
feel
not
like
my
that.
job. If you're saying it's not your job, then this is not your job.
I'll tell you the difference between that. It's a lot easier to do stuff for the people you respect than it is for somebody who you don't like, who you don't vibe with telling you to do something. And you're like, no, I'm not.
But that's what a fucking boss is.
But again,
the boss
should
is
you
to
be
tell you
doing
to
your
do
boss's
shit.
work?
What are you talking about? The boss has got his own work to do.
But if the boss
It's a
is
busy
giving,
place.
if the boss is giving you other stuff that's outside of, if you're already stretched thin, and the boss keeps coming and says, "Spicy, I need you to do this. Spicy, I need you to do this," and because you're able to keep doing it, does that mean you should? Does that mean
Well,
you deserve that? You deserve that extra stress?
let's go to the glass situation. Okay. Nobody's saying, Spicy, can you do this? Spicy, can you do that? The boss isn't coming in and asking you. The bartender is very politely saying, hey, you don't have an order right now. Any chance you can go help me out with that? Because I've got 15 people deep at the bar. It's not my job.
But,
And walks
but
back
that's
into the
respect.
kitchen with nothing to do.
Yeah, that's
It's
respect.
Yeah.
That's like a lack of respect. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I
but
said, if you
that's
approach somebody,
everybody that's his age or younger. It seems like that's the, I get to work 15 minutes early. Now I've got my own traumas that make me have to care about time in my own life. But these people are, you got to be there at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They're sauntering in at 3:05. They don't have their apron on. They haven't clocked in yet. I'm like, dude, I have to go pick up kids. I have a schedule. You motherfuckers are walking in at the last possible second, making me wonder where you're at. Am I going to get coverage today? This guy, I know he works. He's not here
you
at 3.
motherfucker.
Well, yeah. But why is it that the older people like me that are my age show up on time or early, and these young kids all just wander in like it's no big fucking deal?
Discipline.
I think that's the
Yeah.
difference in the generations is the discipline. We can't smack our kids around anymore.
Well, like I said,
I
again,
don't
dude,
the views expressed on the Phat and Spicy show.
I see the pros and the cons. I see the pros and the cons because falling in line is not always a good thing. Falling in line and doing what you're told is not always a good thing. If it wasn't for rebellion and rebellious children and kids, we would have, you know what I'm saying? We would be living a different lifestyle with a different type of government. So again, there are pros and cons to rebellion, but I mean, again, it's all situational. You know, it's all
There's a
coming
difference
down to
between rebelling against a corrupt government or a corrupt system or a dictator and rebelling against your boss who asked you to clean up a glass. It's going to take 30 seconds out of your fucking night. We're not ruining your day.
Yeah.
Don't
Like I
be a
said,
dick about it.
yeah, like I said, it's situational. That right there, you know, he's being an asshole, little shit. You know.
So,
But I
anyway.
found the clip about the.
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
doctor.
Let me see.
I was gonna tell you guys.
We got to keep it short. We don't want to get this episode pulled.
Yeah, no, right?
They love that shit. Let me see. Oh, I saw this. I've seen this one.
Can you talk to her about the food that they've been sitting in here?
Well, I don't know why you don't like the food that everybody else eats in the world. Show me what they brought you.
This, I didn't touch it.
Well, that's good. Good lunch.
I don't eat that. I don't eat beans at all. I don't even know what that is. And this look like dog food.
You don't like meat?
I don't eat stuff like this.
That's good nutrition. That's good protein, right?
I don't eat beans at all.
But how about the meat?
I don't eat that kind of meat. I haven't really ate nothing since I've been here.
You're not gonna fade away. You're gonna be fine.
It's Christ.
I hate that.
No. You're eating the food that belongs to the next 4 years ahead of time. So if you don't eat, you're gonna be all right. At your weight, body got the reserve that you don't need anything for a week or two. You're not gonna have anything gonna happen.
Oh my God.
All right. There's two sides of this coin
That's
that I have
fucking
to point out.
awful.
One, honey, eat your beans. Get some fiber in you. It's okay to eat healthy. Two, the bedside manner on that stupid fucking doctor. It's just like, how do you talk to people like that?
Yeah.
That's disrespectful, like Lon said.
Some people need to be talked to like that.
I mean,
It's so disrespectful and
It
so
is.
it's shitty of a doctor to say that. If you don't, oh, it's okay if you don't eat, then you'll be okay for 2 weeks. That's
well, the human body
shitty.
for 3
You
weeks.
shouldn't word it that way.
I don't think you should say anything like that. Like,
No, you should know. It never should have even been said. I agree.
yeah.
That is a
I mean,
shitty doctor.
he's your dietary doctor.
I mean,
Right,
if he's
but
your
I don't.
dietitian, But
if he's your dietitian, be like, this is why we are serving this kind of food, because this here provides this and this here provides that, and
I
this will
agree
be
with you.
helpful for your body, and this will do this for your body. You
Yeah.
don't sit there and tell your patients, oh, if you don't eat, you're so fat, your body will just you have reserve sets.
Yeah.
Like, that's
It was a little
stupid.
much. He should have did that. He should have clowned her like that. That was a little much.
You are like a camel in the desert. You don't need water. Like, what the fuck are you saying to me, Doc? Jesus.
You should be able to have like a level asshole, like an asshole leveler to pick out when you pick like doctors and stuff. How much of an asshole do you want to be? Like you come in there, he's like, I want the real, I want the real deal. You come in there, all
Like
right, you
the
fat piece of shit. Your ass.
Wouldn't that be funny if you could do that? But like, what kind of, like everywhere you go, you can choose like
How
what
blunt
type
you
of
want it?
person. Yeah,
like the faces on the wall where they're like describe your pain level.
yeah. Or
Yeah.
even if you
Your
go to like a
sensitivity to
restaurant,
these?
what kind of
Yeah,
waitress do you want? One that like doesn't serve you very well, one that is too much at your table all the time, one that talks too much. What kind of server do you want
There
today?
you go. That's it, guys.
Look,
we
I'm a
need
chunky lard, but
sensitivity charts at every restaurant, doctor's office around the world.
yeah. Have you seen that restaurant where they insult you when you walk in?
No.
Oh yeah, I would.
Yeah,
love
yeah.
to see
So they brought this old lady to one.
Really? Yeah, Spicy just took a nap right now on live.
He just he's out.
He'll be back right now. Oh
I'm-
man, but there he is. He's saying something. I don't know. We don't listen to Spicy.
We don't listen to Spicy. It's okay.
No, we don't. But guys, don't forget while we're there and we're waiting on Spicy, guys, we have a phone number that you can call. 707-277-1895, guys, down there. You can call, you can talk on the air, guys. You can ask us a question, you can answer a question. That's what you want to do. All you got to do is call. You can text. That's fine too. We'll show it. As long as you don't say anything
Testing
crazy,
1 2.
we'll be all right. But don't forget,
You hear
guys,
me?
that is a free number. You can call anytime you want to. You can give a shout out, or you can tell Spicy's hair looks good. 707-277-1895.
You like the haircut? I got a new do.
I see it.
Comfy. It's not flowing I hate the long hair, although I went to my daughter's track meet today and the wind was blowing and now the top of my head's freezing.
Wear a hat.
I have a hat. I just don't care to wear it. It's the only reason I wore it because my hair was out of control. But
We both can't. We can't all wear hats. Jacob wears the hats. I wear the sunglasses.
If I do this, I look like the Unabomber.
That's him. That's him.
That's him. Spicy Kaczynski. Holy shit. So we've been talking a bunch about food. And the other day, I was sitting there like, what am I going to make for dinner tonight? What am I going to make for dinner tonight? Something the kids all want. And I'm like, no, but I need something for me. And I start thinking, man, I'm like, what would my last meal actually be?
Ooh.
I could put it together. What would I actually want for my last meal? Now everybody's like, "Oh, you're gonna want this." And I'm like,
Now I want to throw a twist into this real quick.
"Go ahead."
I want to throw a twist, and I want to say, I want the answer, but I want two answers. I want the one that you can order, and a meal that you could cook. That you have to know how to cook.
Well, how about this? I've got those on the list together: breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it's kind of half and half. But I'm going to hear yours first. Lawsy, what do you think? No, I want to hear Lawsy's first because as soon as I told Laws, she was like, "I know." So I want to hear Lawsy. She was so confident.
For breakfast, I would do like a proper
toast and beans. Beans.
I was gonna say you're gonna go full English.
Yeah, I would think about that. No, probably for breakfast, I would probably do like something like comforting, like old school, like biscuits and gravy, like growing up eating biscuits and gravy or something, with some sausage in the gravy.
All right, so we'll start with biscuits and gravy for Laws. What to drink with your breakfast?
Coffee with creamer.
Coffee with creamer, no sugar?
No.
Okay.
And orange juice.
Okay, and OJ. That's
and I would like those street fucking dumplings from this vendor, this little street lady in China. They were delicious.
We had to
for
go
breakfast.
get her to come
Yeah.
make the dumplings.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you
Okay.
that was another question I had. Would you make it something difficult?
Yeah.
That's like real specific.
Yeah.
Okay. I got now for lunch.
For lunch, you would have to go back to China again and
We love China.
and
That's
get
the best
some dumplings.
The same
What?
ones you had for breakfast.
No, different ones.
That got Jacob. I think he spit beer out of his
Just eat the
mouth.
leftovers.
Just
Oh,
eat the
God.
rest.
No, different ones, and they have to be steamed dumplings. And also with the dumplings, I want the cucumber salad thing that they do there, and I also want the mushrooms that they do there. They're like these ward off. What are they called? They're like the tree mushrooms or whatever. I don't know. And I want you then to go to Hong Kong and get some dim sum, and also some.
Are you gonna be able to eat all this?
Fuck yeah!
Okay.
Right.
And what are you going to use to wash
It's my
down your lunch?
last lunch, bitch. What?
What are you going to use to wash down your lunch?
I'm gonna have margarita from the jalapenos down the street.
Cool. And dinner.
For dinner, I would do something like steak and potato. My dad, you'd have to raise my dad from the grave, so I would want my dad's steak.
Wait, what? We're just getting outlandish with it. You gotta call a timeout, ref. You gotta call this. We gotta summon a soul.
That's okay. That's okay. That's part of the thing. So she wants her dad's steak and potatoes.
Mhm. Steak and baked
Okay.
potatoes and some broccoli cheddar salad.
Ooh. Okay.
Mhm.
Broccoli, cheddar, salad. Okay. And to drink.
Some soju and beer and tiger beer. So you have to go back to China
Okay.
and get some more tiger beer.
Tiger beer. And okay, last question. Dessert. You only get one dish.
For desserts, I would I'm not big on desserts. For desserts, I would want I don't even know. Frozen yogurt.
Cookie. Frozen yogurt. Sounds great. Okay. Jacob, breakfast.
Breakfast. Ah,
Chorizo con huevo.
that's
I don't know. I'm sorry, man.
That would be good, but no, that's not what I had in mind. Breakfast. You know, I've never really been a big breakfast person, bro.
Doesn't matter. Come on. You have to eat 3 a day. You have to eat 3 meals today. It's your last day on earth.
Breakfast, dude. Man, that's tough because, like I said, I don't even eat breakfast like that.
Come on.
I honestly would probably
have
go
dinner
with
for
like a. You said what?
You could
You
have
can have
something
dinner for
else.
breakfast. It doesn't have to be breakfast food.
No, I'll give it. I'll give it like a proper. A proper. I'll probably go with this right here.
He's probably thinking about chorizo con huevos now.
This right here. Nice all-star meal from Waffle House.
Okay.
But I'll have
Waffle
some
House,
grits.
like,
It's got the
standard.
grits there too. You know what I'm saying? Toast, like chocolate milk to drink.
Cool. All right. Hold on. With
So
bacon.
Waffle House coffee.
Okay. Cool. What about your lunch?
Yeah. That's funny. Lunch. Ooh. I'm probably gonna go with a mountain of smash burgers.
A
Okay.
mountain.
It's just Arabian mountains of smash burgers.
Okay.
What else? probably go with chili cheese dogs.
Okay. Nice. Good choice.
You know, just chili cheese dogs. Uh, definitely gonna want a some fries on the side.
Hmm.
Coleslaw, potato salad.
No, not coleslaw, no potato salad. It's just like we're going out. I want the whole room to smell like meat. Uh, I'll get me a big ass burrito, steak,
Okay.
chicken, rice, beans, cheese,
Yep.
big ass burrito. Like one of them big ass California burrito. You know what I'm talking
California.
about?
Dude, that's on my list.
Yes,
We'll talk
sir.
about
Yes, sir. California
With
burrito
cheese dip on sauce.
with the cheese sauce on top.
I forgot about the cheese sauce. Dan, I don't have that on my list.
But yeah, you know, what else do I want? Let's see. Got all that. It's a lot right there. I'm already full. You know,
What's
and
drink?
to drink, I'd probably have me some nice homemade lemonade, ice cold.
Ooh, good call. Nice. All right. Now let's move to dinner.
Uh, dinner. I'm big on Thanksgiving. I want the full Thanksgiving meal. No cranberry
Turkey,
sauce.
cranberries.
No
I want
cranberry.
no cranberry sauce. I'm
What?
trying to get down to the nitty gritty. You know, I want the turkey. I want the honey pineapple cherry
He's gonna
ham.
be asleep during
You
his death.
know,
That's
yeah, exactly. I'm gonna hold myself in a coma. Oh, I want the pecan pie. I want the mashed potatoes, the macaroni and cheese baked in the oven. I don't want none of that stove top.
Yeah. No, no,
You
no.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I want my mashed
for
potatoes.
sure.
I want the potatoes crushed by hand.
stuffing.
You know, stuffing. No onions in my stuffing. Don't bring me that shit. Yeah, stuffed about the
My
stuffed
mom
meat.
always adds egg in her stuffing, and I hate it.
Oh man, yeah. You know, the devil has his favorites. Let's see. And dessert, banana pudding, bro. Banana pudding.
Banana pudding, huh?
Banana pudding with just a regular straight vanilla milkshake with a cherry on top.
Fuck yeah,
As
dude.
soon as I pull that stem out of my mouth and flick it, fry me, bro.
Done. Right on, dude. Okay. You know what? Both of you kind of got a toss up there. Here's what Spicy's got. I got for breakfast. I'm gonna keep these all kind of simple, right? T-bone steak and eggs,
Okay.
hash brown with medium rare. That thing's got to be an inch and a half thick. You know, I want a fucking T-bone. I want to cut.
What kind of
Hash
size you
browns.
want? A
Well,
cigarette.
I'm getting there. I'm shut
A
the fuck up.
cigarette.
The sides, hash browns with gravy on top, crispy hash browns with gravy, and that
Crispy.
thick cut fucking pepper bacon.
Oh yes.
Like pepper bacon with the thick, with the
Yeah. Yeah.
right? And the strongest cup of black coffee I've ever had in my life.
And a cigarette. I told you. Where's the?
It's right here.
I know.
All right.
I told you guys. Spicy is your typical detective in a dining room. He wants
Oh
you
my
coffee
God.
black. Get the
All
cigarette.
right, here's a lunch. I want 3 Popeyes, 3 pieces with biscuits,
So that's 9
9
pieces of
pieces
chicken
of
in total.
chicken.
Okay.
Yep. And I want the spicy. Popeyes
Nine
spicy.
pieces of chicken.
9 pieces of fried fucking chicken. I want to my lunch is just fried chicken. But I want the biscuits that they serve at Popeyes. Those are the fucking best biscuits in the world.
Those are pretty good.
I want a pint of Cajun rice, that with the meat in it and the
Meat
peppers,
rice,
right?
yeah.
Right? I will do the best. And a large strawberry Fanta to wash that
Nice.
shit down. I'm just saying.
I
Now,
love strawberry Fanta. I love cherry Fanta too.
right? Even peach Fanta. Every Fanta is great.
Only time I eat cherry, well, the only time I drink cherry Fanta is it's like a little treat to me is when I go to the movie theaters.
Okay. I dig it.
Like a little
Now,
nostalgia.
for lunch, or for not lunch, but for like
Dinner.
He's
my
like for second lunch.
Supper for the
my
last supper.
mid-afternoon snack, I want the California burrito. They got an Oregon burrito with like big fat.
We didn't
potatoes
talk
in it
about
and bacon and-
mid-afternoon snacks.
Well, I'm throwing it in there. I'm changing the rules. It's my game, damn it. Just a Cali burrito, but with bacon and the fucking potatoes and all that. But for dinner, I want the Red Lobster Admiral's Feast, which is the lobster tail, baked potatoes, scampi, fried shrimp, crab legs, the whole thing, right? You know what the Admiral's Feast is. I want the Cheddar Bay biscuits, I want
He's
their
he's
beautiful salad.
he's unbuttoning the first button on the pants, guys. He's unbuttoning the button.
Dude, my belt is already undone. You want? I'm not.
That's the kind of meal that I want. Yeah, that's
It's
the
already
meal
off.
that I want.
Right. So, and then let's see here. What was I saying? And to drink with that dinner, I want an Arnold Palmer.
See,
Iced tea and lemonade.
I didn't even think about alcohol. But if I had to have
No,
one,
it's not alcohol. It's just iced
oh,
tea and lemonade.
just okay. No, I thought you were
It's
like a
just iced
Long
tea and
Island.
lemonade mixed, right? Now for dessert, I want a creme brulee. You know, the custard with the sugar on top, fired
you
up.
want to
So
torch it?
crack that shit. Oh, it's got to be torched. But with that, I want a scotch. You have to have the sweet and the smoky together.
Buttery squash.
I'm telling you. And that
Say
right there is my
squash.
perfect meal
That's his.
for the last day on earth.
If I had to have a drink, I'd probably amaretto sour.
Amaretto, is that your drink?
I like amaretto sour. I mean, you know, that's like my little treat. You know what I'm saying? Like if I want something that's
It's your toilet's a little treat too, because I remember what happened the last time you got fucked up on amaretto sours.
dude, I love it.
Ooh.
I remember he's like, oh man, I don't feel so good. I just went to the toilet and threw up.
I drink a lot of them. I ain't gonna lie. It was
they
amaretto sour.
Gives me
all night.
heartburn.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I said one of them. You know,
It's got sweet and sour mix in it, or what?
this is sweet.
It's just amaretto and
Yeah.
sweet and sour mix. Yeah.
That doesn't sound good.
It's good. It's good if you have one or two, but like don't like think you're gonna drink them all night.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I like it when they put fruit in it.
Oregon Kodiak was big on Midori sours. You know, that lemon liqueur, the melon liqueur. Like it looks like green in a bottle. It tastes like melon. That with this sour mix. He was a big fan of Midori sours. I'm like, there's more alcohol in water, dude.
Yeah.
Just saying.
If I had, but if I could add like another dessert, or just something like if I could have just that mid little snack, like a vanilla or a root beer float, Coke.
Ooh, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Good call, Lozzie. Mid-afternoon snack.
I don't even know.
Can't be too big. Just a little something.
Sushi.
Fuck sushi. How did I forget sushi? My favorite shit.
Like
Because
a
I
roll.
wanted fried, I wanted fatty, I wanted steak, I wanted seafood, I wanted a
But I
shitty one.
want the
Sushi would've
sushi
definitely
from
been
this
out of the
place
way.
in Wichita, Kansas called Wasabi's, and it's called the Kamikaze roll, and it has like jalapeno on it. It's so good.
How close is that to an ocean?
Wichita, Kansas.
Yeah.
But Kansas is in the middle of the map.
So that's why I worry about the sushi.
I mean, you can get sushi shipped to you.
Yeah.
I don't know if I trust that.
Grade A sushi shipped to you.
I will say, I have actually eaten gas station sushi. It was pretty good.
Man, I thought you were gonna say something crazy.
I've
What?
never
No,
had
no,
gas
no.
station sushi, but I had sushi from Aldi's, and it was gross.
Well, you already said, Spicy, that you eat the gas station chili.
I do.
That's already like far.
Ooh,
I
the
do. I put
chili?
this shit all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know you push the button
yeah.
and the yeah, it's awesome.
Disgusting.
Dude, I will
don't
eat
like that one.
almost anything you put in front of me if it looks delicious. I don't worry about my health. Look, I'm 48 years old, dude. I've got what? Maybe real men torch their desserts. You fucking know it, dude. I've got maybe 20 good years left on this earth, right? Like where I'm happy and healthy and want to do what I want to do before the body starts doing its thing.
Kroger sushi is good.
Yeah, man. Walmart
Yeah.
sushi, I'll fucking take it. Safeway.
Dollar store sushi,
All
corner
that
on the
shit's
street sushi.
Look, you can go to Safeway and you can get 20 pieces for $10. Or you can go to these fancy schmancy sushi places and pay $45 per piece because the fish was flown in first class, from Japan today.
Hey,
It's
look,
like it's all
people
going to
have
come
gotten
out
sick
the same
at
in the end.
5-star restaurants before. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
No
That's
matter where you
very
go,
true.
it's just life is a risk.
Life is a risk, but that's the thing. I want to live it. I smoke cigars. I drink scotch. I drink black coffee. I drink a lot of red wine. So my teeth look like. I brush every day and my teeth are yellow because I just smoke and eat and I smoke weed. I'm everything that I do bad for my teeth. I do it, except for sugar. I'm not a big sugar guy. But I mean, shit, man. I got one go around. I want to experience and enjoy it all. I don't,
Ooh, you know what I would want?
What?
I want to slice of that fucking chocolate cake from Matilda.
From what?
Matilda.
Oh, dude, the
Matilda.
Matilda. Oh yeah.
Come on
Yeah.
now.
You know,
Hey,
you
Lozzie,
started
pull
talking
can you
about.
pull that picture up? Of fucking the Matilda
Yeah.
cake, the chocolate cake. Yeah, when I
There's-
saw that dude growing up, when I seen, I was like, man, I want that fucking cake. I don't care how much sweat and tears in it. I want it.
I don't know what state it's in, what famous restaurant it's in, but there's a place that makes a chocolate cake shake. I heard Ralphie, what's his name? Not Ralphie.
Oh, you talking about Fluffy?
Fluffy. I heard him talking about the chocolate cake shake, and I'm like, dude, I gotta get that. When the straw's that thick, so you can be sucking cake through with the milkshake. Come on,
I don't know if I got enough suction power, dude. I'm sorry.
He
And
definitely
I
does.
don't know if I want to try, bro. You imagine just, what are you doing? Nothing. I mean, there's no cool way to eat that.
I don't know, I got an ex-girlfriend that would have been great at it. Anyway, so
Yeah.
those are our last meals, man. Here's another question. Speaking of last meals, what crime do you think would put you in prison for life, knowing your personality?
I probably
Better yet,
be
here's what we're gonna do. Here's a better game. You and me are gonna decide what crime Laws would have committed.
Murder.
What crime would Laws have committed to put her in prison forever?
Murder.
What do you think?
I would think if it had to be any kind of crime, I think it'd be murder. But I don't think it'd be murder like at the hands of laws. I think it'd be murder at the laws behind the wheel kind. You know, like she just flirted on somebody.
She just saw somebody that owed her money in the street and
Just saw red, you know. She just got fed up.
okay.
Fucking done.
She's just, you know, it'd be one of those sad cases. I didn't mean to kill him. It just happened to fucking when she hit him, he flew into the opposite lane and got hit by another car.
There's your cake. I couldn't save the picture for some reason.
Go down some more.
It's just going to show pictures of cake after that.
When he gets his hands in it, yeah, right there.
There you go. Yep.
You see it in his hand right there? The gift,
Yeah.
the little gift. Oh,
That's funny.
look at that! Look. Oh, that's what I want. I just want to be like that.
Face.
Oh, that's funny.
That's
Like
the
a-
thumbnail right there. Me like that. Chocolate.
Like a deaf guy riding a bumper car.
Hi, baby. What you
Just
doing?
happy. You love it. Lozzie.
I was gonna say something. Rated
Say it.
R, but I'm not. I'm gonna be quiet.
Say it. Now's the time.
Oh Lord, I apologize. Maybe your family's watching. Y'all turn it off for like 10 seconds. I was gonna say when you're going down on your own lady, she farts and come back up. It's like look, chocolate.
Or you stay down there. You know what you call that? Commitment.
Oh my
I'm
god.
pretty sure that's called like a steamer.
I'm telling you, man.
Spicy would go to jail for arson after burning down the tap. Yes.
That's funny. A nice callback to Critical Idiots.
If
Yeah,
Spicy was to go to jail or to
Oh,
go
you guys
away
gotta
for
talk
life,
about it.
he would definitely go away for a accessory to something.
I think it'd be poisoning someone through food.
On purpose?
Yeah.
I don't
Not
think
on
so.
accident. I'm very careful. But on I could see that. You fucked with the wrong
Nah,
chef.
I
baby.
think it would be. I think it would
I think
honestly
Butch Bright might
be
be.
a case of wrong place, wrong time.
That's usually how my life works. Right place, wrong time. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. I can see that.
He's
Lozzie.
fucking. Icy's going into the bank to cash his check. Somebody's like, "Here, hold this." He's like, "Huh? All right."
Okay.
Put your fucking hands
I'm a nice
up.
guy. Put your hands up.
Fucking hands up. What the fuck?
All right, Lozzie.
What?
What do we think about Jacob? What would put him away
Hmm.
for
He found all
years
his-
and years and
no,
years?
He
I'd
would
say
be
that.
creative about it. Like it would be some sort of like masterpiece that people would be talking about for ages because he's
Yeah,
so
I see
logic,
that.
like he has very much like he's so based on logic and like he would take time to, or it would be just something stupid like, oh
Mm.
man, I didn't mean to
No,
set you on fire.
war
Sorry.
crimes. No, I think you had it right the first time. If we had to talk about it, with Jacob, it would be a confidence scam. like the long con. You know what I mean? He'd have it so planned out. He'd have his actors in
Yeah.
place. He'd have it all ready. You know, like The Sting, the movie The Sting, where they played that con on that guy like for fucking months. You know, something like that. That's what would land Jacob in there. I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this. I was thinking about it and I was like, yeah, I'd probably be like a fucking pyramid scheme or some shit.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Where I'm
Pretty made off
embezzling
shit.
blue collar cross. I'm fucking doing some underground shit. I'm like the first guy I'm like the first guy that they suspect, but then they kind of like veer off and then like that's somebody else, but then it circles back around and it was me, the mastermind.
Oh no. That's how I go to prison. I get framed for your shit.
That's
how I get set up.
Spicy. Look, I'm gonna get you the best lobster dinners. Don't worry about
That's
it.
lobster dinners.
I'm gonna make
Don't
sure
worry,
they
I'll
got
get your
the AC.
pardon.
We're gonna get you a nice bunkie. Never killed nobody.
That's too funny, dude. I love it.
All right, so now
I
that
love
I
it.
said what would you envision yourself going to prison
Me?
for? Yeah.
I mean,
I
I don't want
would-
to get dark, but if I got into a fight, I probably wouldn't stop.
Right.
Insider trading, maybe. I've got a thing in me where I don't like to be violent, but when I am, it doesn't stop, and it's just because of my past. And I think that's what would get me is getting into a fight and not
you go too far.
stopping. Yeah,
You know
I
what it would
finish it,
be,
dude.
You know what it'd be? It'd be the fact that you probably owed somebody some money for some fucking horse races you lost, and they came after you, bro, and you were like, "You ain't gonna come after me or my family."
Honestly, though, when you say that, like the family thing, I think that's
Mhm.
where you would commit something like murder. Like if it was someone like your
Atrocity.
family or kids or something like that, that's where I see you like how you would murder somebody.
me
Yeah.
being a dad.
Yeah. Being a dad.
Oh, here's a question, real quick, while we're wrapping shit up, because I'm having fun with this. Let me ask Laws first. Jacob, you can think about it. Laws, if you had kids and one of them committed murder, would you help him cover it up? Him or her?
I guess no.
No.
If your
Would you
mom
try to-
committed murder, would you uppercut?
Fuck no. No.
Fuck no.
If your mom just
think
came
you
home
would fair
frantic and she
package.
just came home crying, she was like, "I think I hit somebody. I think I hit somebody. I think they're dead."
Well, where are they, Mom? They're in the
Yeah,
trunk.
I'd be like no, I wouldn't. I think I would be like, we gotta
You gotta
go.
turn yourself in, Mom. You gotta sign the house over to me. You gotta turn yourself in.
No. I think I would worry too much about like the person, like, like, are they still alive? Maybe they're still alive. Maybe we can
You get
actually help
dead.
them, or
No,
like
she put it in the trunk. He's dead. I told you.
we gotta
She's
go
like,
let
"It's in
the
the trunk.
family
I
know.
need your
Like
help."
somebody needs to know. I don't know.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Jacob,
That comes on a situation, bro. What it was for.
just saying, somebody smacked your kid. She's 18, smacked
I
her
mean,
across the face.
he was
She
dead
got
already.
hot temper and
He
just
was-
snapped. Yeah, right. No shit.
He
No
was dead
shit.
as
But
soon
then you-
Self-defense.
as he put his
Yeah.
hands on his arm. He said, if she was gonna do it, I was gonna do it.
Yeah, that's right. You dead already.
And if somebody's gotta
Um,
go down, I'd be like, I did it. I did it. It was me.
That's how it is. Yeah, I think I would help my kid. I mean, how can you not? It's your child.
But it depends. Like I said, it's situational, dude. It's one of
Right.
those things. If
I
you're out there
robbed a
being
drug
if
dealer
you're
and
out there
shot him in
being
the
a
neck.
bully,
I'm like,
you know what I'm saying? You're out there being stupid, doing some stupid shit, drinking and driving. I
right.
can't help you there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just did have that talk with my kids because my daughter just turned 13. I'm like,
Rizzo will take the fall for the murder.
of course he would.
Yeah.
I told my kid, I said, look, and we all know where I'm going with this. If it's 2 a.m. and you're at a party, I can't stop you from drinking. I'm not saying it's great, but if you call me, you get a one-way ticket to not being in trouble because you did the right thing. I think we talked about this last week. Like we just had this talk with the kids, just fucking call me. I'll get up in the middle of the night and make sure you're home safe and you won't be in trouble because you did the right thing. You told me the
Yeah.
truth. My kids are really truthful. My kids actually have got really cool kids. You take the fall for murder? Yeah, if it was my kid,
You're
I probably
putting
would.
these
too, 'cause
things
I don't
up
want my kid
twice,
doing
man.
time.
I didn't click nothing.
Why are you doing that?
I
was
didn't
me.
click it. Who clicked it?
That was
Anyway,
it's over here. It hasn't moved.
worst part is now I'm really hungry. I'm starting to think about Popeye's chicken.
Now you're
So-
starting to think
so
about murder.
As we're talking about like final meals and stuff like that.
Mhm.
What about final wishes?
Well, that's easy. I mean,
Like,
how about this? We got to put a rule on it. You can't wish for your kids to be happy and healthy when they grow up. It's
no,
got
no,
to be something.
would
It's
you?
got to be a selfish wish.
No. I mean, your last goodbyes. You know, like your wheels and testaments and stuff. Like, do you guys
Oh,
want to
my
be
last.
buried or cremated or like
Cremate
launched
me.
into space or something?
No, I don't want to be launched into space.
Like,
Just
if you could
cremate
have
me.
your choice of whatever kind of thing, like anything, like
I just did. And yeah, so I've got that lightsaber that I've got.
Spice said, "Roll me
The
up and smoke me, Jacob."
that wouldn't be bad. That lightsaber I've got. What I would really like is put my ashes into it, throw it in the fucking ocean. Just let me
Into a
be.
lightsaber.
Lightsaber, you know my lightsaber that I've got?
Yeah.
My nice replica. Yeah, the inside of the back of it's hollow where you put the batteries in so it lights up. Just take that out, put my
Can
ashes
you
in there,
imagine them
throw that
turning you
thing into
to
the
one of
ocean.
those stems, those stones that change colors?
Like
Oh,
a
the
mood
kyber
Like
ring?
crystals.
in
Yeah,
Disney?
yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah,
put
yeah.
in there
Yeah.
and the
Kyber
lightsaber turns
crystal.
colors. It just glows on the skin.
It'd be
Have
brown,
you seen
shit
these
brown.
things where they
I
cremate
just
you and then they put you in a tree?
Yeah, no, they put you in a biome. There's a place that it puts you in a box in a biome, and stuff grows around you and you corrode into the actual.
Bio? Oh, really? Like it's
Yeah,
its own
that's
sealed
what
ecosystem,
did
right?
Rizzo say?
He said, buried, knowing my luck. When you die, you can still feel things but can't move, and now I gotta lay there burning.
What if
I've
what if you're not dead and you're buried though?
Oh,
I've worried
I
about
have a
that
fear of that.
too.
I'm sorry, I'm
I've
scared of
worried
that.
about that.
tree
Yeah, it's
pod
a
things like a
haunted
haunted
forest.
for.
That's funny. I
Nice.
want to be a haunted forest. I wouldn't
Nice.
mind the tree thing or the biome thing. That's kind of cool. I didn't know
I
about
just
the
picture,
ecosystem biome.
yeah. I
Have
just
you seen
picture
those?
somebody, some little kid finding that lightsaber, like, look, mom, what I found. Oh, it's full of dirt.
No, like Anakin, me.
Yeah. Oh
Have you seen
god.
those ones that are where you become like part of like the mushrooms, and then people like part of
Each
the ecosystem and stuff?
is that cannibalism?
No, I don't
Not
think
if
you eat
no,
the mushrooms. I
When
think
we
you just
die, we
become.
become the
mushrooms.
grass, and the antelope eat the grass.
No, but
We
I was
Uh,
just
all
talking
join
about
in
that.
the
Yeah,
circle.
you dork. Freaking love you, dude.
thought I felt
No,
a
but
spider on me.
they put you into a box that has the mushroom spores on it so that they can make compost out of you, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with the just cremate me, get my body over with. Like, you can have a plot for me if you want to, but it's expensive, and I'm all about saving money.
I want.
But I also know real quick. I also know that rarely do people drive out to cemeteries anymore.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you want to remember
Mhm.
me? Look over the fireplace. There I am, right there.
I'm just saying, if you want to remember me, there's a picture of me on the wall. You could be like, "Hey, there's my dad. Look at that guy."
Yeah.
But
It was
yeah,
cool.
I'd say like put me on a charm or something on a necklace or something. Like, melt me
You've
down.
seen that, right? They'll make like ash glass pendants and stuff.
Press me into a stone.
Press me into a stone.
So,
Lozzie, what were you going to say, honey?
I've always wanted to be in one of those crypts above ground.
like
Case
open,
I-
just out there in the open, just body visible.
Like no, I mean you can put me in something, but I just want to
Oh,
be
okay.
like in the crypt, like in a crypt.
She wants the
case-
classic Sleeping Beauty case. It's all
In
clear.
case we rise again, then I'll be able to get out easily.
In case
then-
we rise again.
Yeah.
It's like,
And
In case of raptor break glass.
yeah. And I want a dance mob at my funeral. Just like
Oh,
all
yeah,
of a sudden.
yeah. Like what we did.
Yeah.
what we saw
Last
earlier.
week,
Yeah,
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
What would you
Right
want on your
on.
tombstone?
She gave
I
good
just want it
head.
to be simple.
I'm just
She
kidding.
gave good Jesus laws. I just want the standard, loving
kidding,
father and
I'm kidding.
husband. I'm happy with that.
I got that.
I would probably say, yeah, probably something like that. I always thought the ones that were cool, like the old grandmas had like the recipe on the back of it, like I would want something like really cool like that, like put
That's
some sort of
cool.
like
Yeah.
recipe, like not a
It's-
recipe, but like something crazy.
I'd probably.
going
I
with
saw the little QR codes that they do. They can put on there. It scans a song or a video.
Well, that's cool.
I would like for a song to be there, and I'd also want it to say, "Keep it down, I'm sleeping over here."
I like that. Keep it down.
Yeah.
I just want one that says my neighbor's an asshole.
Here
I
lies
don't even know the
Yeah.
Jacob
fucking guy.
Lynn
He's just my
Jensen.
neighbor.
He was number one.
Have
You
your
know what?
ashes made into a vinyl record? You've
Just to
been
piss you
watching.
off, myself buried on top of you, Jacob.
Yeah, there we go. Bury me with spicy.
Just
Vampire
bury
over here has been watching too much Poker Face.
us. a vinyl record. That's crazy. Turn it on. It's like, hey, how you guys doing?
Now,
Remember
if you
me?
had,
I'm
if you
dead.
got to the great beyond,
Uh-huh.
and you had a choice to come back and haunt somebody, would you do it?
Mm-hmm.
Who would you?
Yeah,
haunt?
absolutely.
And
Who would I haunt? Oh, who would I haunt? So many people.
I would chase people upstairs because I hate stairs.
Yeah, I go. Yeah, that's the right.
You'd be that little thing that's like right behind you. You know, you just feel
Yeah.
something
Be the
watching
thing
you in the dark.
I'd be my famous thing with the green eyes out the window.
Yeah.
How do you want to
Yeah.
come back and terrorize people?
Why not? I lived in
That's
fear of the fucking
crazy.
thing. Let other people live in fear of me.
Yeah.
I quote
I would
Pauly
just-
Shore, if I die, I want to come back as a leotard.
Yeah, dude.
I would just like do random ass things. Like I would take your keys and I would hide them, and you'd be like, "Where the fuck my keys go?" And then you'd find them like in the bathroom underneath the toilet paper or something.
You'd be the
like-
motherfucker taking everybody's extra sock. Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Where's
She's
the
the
Yeah.
extra sock queen.
I would go to my enemies and I would just dump a bunch of Legos on their floor.
Wow, she's as
Are you-
annoying and deaf
now,
as she is
the
in
question
life.
is: are you stealing these Legos or are you buying them? Like,
I'm
Oh, that's
taking
a
them
good
from
point.
their children's rooms.
Okay, so she at least she's not a klepto ghost.
goodness gracious!
I'm taking their like, I'm doing these minor inconveniences to them, you know, so that they're like turning around going, I literally just put my cup of coffee down. Where did it go? And then you go and you
Ghost of
find it in the
minor
garden.
inconveniences.
Yeah.
Right on.
I got one more question, dude.
Yeah.
The song for your funeral.
Oh,
What song would you want played at your funeral? And would you want people to laugh? Would you want them to bring them to tears?
I want people to be carried out of my funeral because they are piss fucking drunk. I want a line of cars to take everybody home to where they need to go, but I don't want one single person to walk out of there sober. I
What
want
song?
people. What song? It would probably have to
Party
be.
all night long.
You know what? I'm gonna go with my most inspirational song, "Lose Yourself," Eminem. I want that playing, and I want Eminem there. That motherfucker was awesome.
Hey, knees weak, caskets heavy.
Spicy's made of spaghetti.
Oh man, that's crazy.
By the
What
way,
about
guys,
you?
you're all eating spaghetti tonight.
We're all eating. That's what we're having at the wake. No, it would be baked ziti that we're having at the wake.
Baked ziti.
Baked ziti.
Now, are you gonna pre-make
Be like,
this?
Oh fuck yeah! I've got 15 of them in my freeze right now, just waiting for my dad.
I would
He's
do
got
that
the meals
too.
pre-made.
Look,
You
I
gonna
would
pre-make
do
the
things
meals?
that people could have after I die. I want to like do things that people can find later. Like, oh, she left this video of herself, or oh, she left this letter, or oh, look, there's a baked ziti in the freezer that she left us. or
Yeah,
something.
exactly. Or just
She
put
took
the
a bite
QR
out
code
of
on
it
there.
for-
Yeah.
Just take a bite. Just put a QR code on. No, one of these is poison to see you in the afterlife.
Play this after everybody drinks the punch. Don't drink the punch.
Right. Oh, by the way, don't drink the punch, guys. Shit, my bad.
No,
See you
I have
soon.
like a list
You
of funeral
also-
songs already.
Wait,
What's
that's
yours,
kind of
Ozzy?
morbid. as
What's
fuck.
your first? Yeah, it kind of is. But what's your first one? What's the top of the list?
I
Maybe
don't
my
have
thoughts are
them.
wrong.
I'd have to pull them up, but I don't like. I don't
Jacob,
have
you.
them right now.
My song?
Yeah,
Another one
Uh,
bites the dust.
No shit. That's a good
it'd
one.
Probably be let's see.
Mexican American.
Alan Jackson, Remember When.
No, nope. It's Cheech. Mexican Americans.
If I want them to cry, I want people to cry.
They're gonna cry out of laughter when I play that track instead.
For dinner, for it's got to be food. There's always food in Mexican food. Let's
Always,
see.
yeah.
We're gonna have tacos, cerveza, tres leches,
Today's
um,
leches.
yeah, street corn.
Yeah.
We gonna get fat. We're gonna get fat. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna cry. It's gonna be a big healing moment for everybody.
We need to die together so they can get fat and drunk.
Boy.
There's-
Karaoke on I want people to do karaoke. That's what I want.
That's cool. I
That
want
would be
instead
fun.
of people giving a
I want-
eulogy,
Yeah.
if you want to say something, now you just got to go up and do a song.
There's a
Thank you,
Five
sir.
Finger Death Punch song called "Gone Away" that I would want played.
Okay, I know the song.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, maybe some Tenacious D, "Fuck Her Gently" would be great.
But I think I would want some kind of fun song too, because like I want people to like I don't want to. I know people are going to be sad, like have your sad moment, cry a little. But I also want people to like laugh too, like so whenever my great aunt actually passed away, it was live streamed for us because we couldn't make it, and there was a bunch of sad parts to it. But whenever
Was
they
there any lag in the video?
there wasn't.
Okay, I'm about to say, would that have ruined it?
No, I don't think so. No.
I was wondering.
There were
That's your
parts that
question?
they like lag in the video.
Well, because if I was watching something, like if I was watching a funeral and I'm like mid cry and he just like started going, and I'm like, what the fuck is going
Yeah.
on? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to cry here.
They did end it too soon. I wasn't ready for it to be over yet, and they ended it. When they took her out of the room,
Casket.
and then no, yeah, when they took her out of the casket, when they took her out of the room to go be buried, she had like some marching song, like "We'll Go Marching On" or something like that. It was the funniest thing ever because she wanted.
That's what I was thinking.
She just wanted people to like laugh a little because that's who she was. Yeah.
I definitely want I don't want people wearing black. I want people wearing Hawaiian shirts, bowling shirts, bright
Just
colors.
come as you
I
are.
want it-
Why don't you
Come-
just
yeah,
have
yeah.
my uncle had we had a wake for him, and it was a luau wake. And everybody just came in Hawaiian
I don't like
shirts and-
poi.
You don't like what?
Poi.
Poi?
Yeah, it's this root vegetable. It's a goo, and they serve it at all these fucking luau's.
You don't
I don't
have
want a luau.
to have that there.
Not happening. Because all I'll be thinking about in my
She meant
casket
the
is
theme,
fucking
Spicy.
poi.
She meant the theme, not the food.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That works.
Luau theme, a Hawaiian theme.
Yeah. We'll have a
If I did
limbo.
a
limbo bar
Hawaiian
and shit.
theme, the only thing Hawaiian is gonna be the rolls.
They'll have limbo, and they'll use your casket as the limbo stick.
Now we're thinking with portals. Yes,
That is
yes.
crazy.
Let me write that shit down. Limbo
Yeah,
under my
I would let
casket.
people write stuff on my casket, like a yearbook.
Ooh, that would
Like
be
a
cool.
cast?
Yeah.
Like a broken arm. Except you had a
Yeah.
broken life.
Get well soon.
Get well soon. Well, I've told you guys about my greeting card, right? For the people that are terminally ill. I'm sending this to Hallmark.
No,
It says
no. Hey, guys,
hear-
the
oh,
views,
wait.
the views on the expressed on the Fat and Spicy
It's
show,
easy,
and
don't
by
worry about it.
Spicy himself or not. What is it? Or not what?
the views of PNS Studios.
There you go.
The card says, I hear that you are going to die. You open it up and it says, so I won't say get well, I'll just say goodbye. It's perfect. Simple to the point.
I want to be buried with my cell phone
Why?
Really?
You want people to go through
in
it?
case I'm not dead.
In case I'm not even call for help.
Yeah.
I thought you didn't want
Put a
anybody to go
card
through your
number on it.
history.
Yeah, no, yeah.
No, I don't care about that. Anybody can look at my phone.
I don't care about that. I do.
No. Now, are you gonna have somebody like take care of your history and computer and stuff? Like,
I got a guy.
Knowing my luck, if they did like
You're-
the
oh,
old
look at
days
me.
where they like tied a string to a bell, some motherfucker would come
Spicy.
over and
Look at
cut
me,
that
Spicy.
shit.
your only job is to come and break into my fucking house.
Mhm.
You trash the shit out of my computer. That's it.
You steal it, throw it in the ocean. $10,000.
leave.
my desk.
You fucking leave.
$10,000 taped under my desk. Just grab it, take the computer, get the fuck out. Don't call my wife. Don't even say I'm sorry I heard Anson died. No, nothing. You don't exist anymore. Get the fuck out.
What about a Viking funeral?
No,
Put you on a
I don't
boat
like
and then
fire.
They shoot an arrow at you,
Yeah.
light you on fire.
Yeah.
That'd be nice, but then somebody's got to roll the boat back in and see all the charred body and scoop it out.
No,
No,
they
they
just
just
let
let
it
you
go
go out
out
there
to
and
sea.
yeah,
Oh, you just let the boat burn and everything?
yeah, the whole boat burns. Yeah,
Burn me up, baby.
just send you off to Valhalla.
Play the song. This girl is on fire.
Fatsy is on fire.
You see me stand up in the boat.
And we'll just stand there and raise a slow salute to what was.
Shoot another arrow.
Shoot another. Anybody bring a
Sorry.
gun for this motherfucker?
Oh man, dude, that's crazy. No,
Oh, what a good show tonight.
I did.
What would
I
you
was
have?
thinking-
Oh, sorry.
No, I was thinking. I was like, as much as you have the good people and everything like that. Do you have a shit list? You'd
No.
be like, you know what? And
No.
so and so and P.S. Spicy can suck my balls.
What I would have is a haunting list.
Oh, okay.
I have a haunting list, but I don't have a personal shit list. Not
Yeah.
really. I don't have time to
Would you
think about how
Would you
much I
take the
hate
time to be
somebody.
honest with somebody?
I'm always
Like,
honest
hey
with people.
man, that toupee. I know I said it looked good. That's it.
I told one of our bartenders the other day, I'm like, man, you got to do your nails. That chipped paint, it doesn't look professional. And the next day she came back with it done. She's like, thank you. People don't talk to me like that. I'm like, I'm not here to kiss your ass. I'm here to be your friend. And this is how it is. Everybody knows how they stand with me. That's a thing that I pride myself on. If I don't like you, you fucking know it. Plain and simple. I don't. So being honest with somebody, that's just what I do.
What were you gonna ask, Lois?
What? Oh, we already talked about your meals for your funeral people. Never mind.
Yeah. What about you, Jacob? Who's the one person in the world that's actually a better question. Who's somebody that you not honest with that you would be honest with? Like, I'll give you an example. For me, I can't tell my dad on his deathbed that he was a shit dad. I'm just not going to do that. I told him he was a great dad. He raised me right. You have nothing to worry about, is what I told him. You know what I mean? So I lied to him.
Yeah. So I mean, I get it. To me,
So
honestly, I'd probably take the chance to be really honest with my kids,
With who?
with my children.
Okay.
As far as being real, as far as the type of men they'll meet, the type of world they're, the pain, the suffering they'll experience at some point in their life. No sugarcoating, and try my best to give them some sort of final advice through it all.
What final advice? What's the last words you would tell your kids?
Nobody's
There we go.
perfect. Nobody's perfect. Don't feel like you're gonna get it the first time or the second time. It may take you 3 times, 4 times, but don't stop trying.
Don't stop.
Yeah, don't be afraid to fail, and don't ever allow anybody to make you feel less special than you are. Don't ever let anybody make you feel less beautiful than you are.
My last words to my kids would be, you know what happens when you die, kids? The world keeps going on. Spicy dead.
Yeah, Santa's real. I'm gonna go see him. I wouldn't tell him. I wouldn't be real like that. I wouldn't be real like that. It's more
like that video you fucking showed me with the Santa Claus that had to tell him.
Lean closer.
You remember that?
Fairy.
You remember that guy? The Santa Claus guy that had to tell the
yeah.
kid that had cancer, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's all right, buddy. I'll be there for Christmas.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, no, I wouldn't ruin things like that. You know what I'm saying? Because chances are they already, but it's the magic moments that
Right.
She probably thinks she's like, oh, daddy's senile. He thinks he's a tooth fairy. I just played along with it.
Whatever works, right?
Yeah. Last question, guys, before we end this, dude. And we won't do a make spicy cry segment today because I wasn't prepared.
Thank God.
When it's all said and done,
Mhm.
how do you want to be remembered? You know, and what's the one thing that you hope nobody ever really finds out?
I'm not going there.
I'm not telling you that because I don't want
Yeah,
anybody to find
we're
out.
not doing that shit. Nice try, buddy. No.
I tried.
It's not
I tried,
happening.
guys. I tried to get
Good
the
try,
samples for you
motherfucker.
guys.
It was a
I
good
tried,
try.
Rizzo.
Because I was trying to think for a second. I was like, well, let me think. Nah, fuck you. I want to be remembered for. I think I'm funny. I think I make people laugh. I want to be remembered for my sense of humor, and that I was always fair to my children, fair and honest. That's it. That's I don't need a plaque. I don't need a building. I don't need my name on a fucking spicy tower or something. That doesn't. I just want people to remember that I was a good guy and funny. You know,
You schmuck.
that's it.
It's gonna be me in the back. I'm gonna come up if it finally goes before I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be that old fucker in the back. Who the fuck is that guy? I don't remember this.
Oh, you didn't hear about the old lady? I thought I told you this story. You go to a funeral and they're like, after the priest gave his sermon, this lady was an awful lady. And like every kid, she yelled at every kid in the neighborhood for like nothing. They're on the street in their bikes, and she's like, "Keep it down!" Like nasty old lady. So we had the funeral service. We all went, and at the end of it, the priest comes. He says, "Does anybody want to say any nice words about this lady?" Dude, crickets. Crickets. People start like looking around to see who's going to say something. Finally, out of the back, this little hand goes up. And everybody kind of turns. He goes, "Her brother was worse."
Sorry.
That was the eulogy. That was the perfect eulogy. I mean, how can you not love that?
Jesus Christ, dude. What about you, Laws? How would you like to be remembered?
He was a great hit.
Loyal. Feel like I'm a loyal person. I feel like it'd be nice for people to remember that I'm always here to help out whenever it's needed. That I am funny sometimes, give good head. I'm scared.
I remember the teeth.
No. I had to call back to my gravestone, no. Just that I'm, loyal and dependable and just a funny person and had a bright, I feel like I never met a stranger, Sometimes I talk too much and sometimes, just I think just that I'm kind of if you need something, you can come to me kind of thing, like she was always someone you could go to if you needed anything. Kind of like that,
There you go.
Yeah.
By the way,
A people
speaking
person.
of
Yeah.
talking too much and getting to know you, we did Behind the Pint yesterday, you and me.
Yeah.
We had an
I
amazing
heard.
episode. Yeah, it's going to come out in about a week or so, guys. So make sure you look out for that. Spicy got to
Was there
interview
any
Laws.
tears though? Were there tears?
I choked up once. Got a little choky once. Just a
I
little
actually
bit,
thought I was going to. I think if we had more time, I probably would have gotten into the tear zone, just kind of like, but I think I was just trying to be aware of the time and trying to be like, just tell my story versus like getting real emotional about it,
It was great. No, I loved it. Great stories, guys. If you guys want to learn about Lozzie and what she had to put up with and go through to become the woman that she is, tune into the show.
I mean, it's only part of it. Yeah, for real. But yeah. It's tip of the iceberg.
I'm gonna have to start doing part twos because everybody tells me that we didn't have enough time in the hour.
You don't have enough time, dude. You should already know that. You should already know that.
I just try to get the bullet points. I know.
If you guys need any blackmail material or anything to use against me, go check out the video.
I think I want to start going back to the guests and start looking for part twos. It's a good idea, Jacob.
But guys, don't forget that if you want to see that content and enjoy other great content, you can check us out at the PNS Studio, guys. You can find us on multiple platforms. That's YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and PayPal. Right there. Yeah. You can find us on PayPal. Isn't that crazy? No, but guys, if you enjoy the content and you want to donate, you can also donate to our Twitch as well as PayPal right here. All you got to do is scan the code. And like I tell you, take your mom's wallet out. Take that nice little new debit card.
So you'll never know. You're funding a great thing. It's a great opportunity for everybody.
Tell us a tax write-off. Tell them it's a tax write-off. Write it on you think.
You'll avoid the tariffs if you use your mom's credit card.
No tariffs.
No tariffs on
Tax-free.
American credit cards. We should try to get Donald on the show. We should like spend 3 episodes just kissing Donald's ass.
They love to be.
And
I
then
would
try to
love
get
to
him
be
on the
Donald.
show.
I don't hate Donald. I'll tell you that, guys. Right? I don't hate Donald. I don't have enough time and emotions in my life to hate anybody.
Yeah.
You know,
I just can't
there's
stand
good,
it.
there's good, and there's bad. And I think there's an episode. Should be an episode where we talk about some of the good that Donald Trump does.
But didn't I say that when he first got elected on our show? I said, hey, let's give the guy a fucking chance. We don't know. Maybe this is going to be really good shit. Maybe he's going to have the right advisors that pull the right shit. We should have a good, positive show. I agree with you.
Let's have a pro-Trump show.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Because
we'll
in the end of the day,
We just lost like 20 viewers.
No, I'll say this. In the end of the day, we are American, and it's our president. And if you don't wish that your president do good, then I mean,
You don't want your country to do good.
yeah. Again, we have what we have. We have to make the best of what we have. At the end of the day, it is what it is. There's no going back. There's no changing the fact.
Yep.
But what we can do is ease ourselves a little bit and actually, see if there are some pros.
What he's really saying, guys, is that we can all move to Thailand and live on a beach somewhere. We don't have to put up with it.
We're gonna go to the yellow and blue district.
As Jacob says, if you don't like it, you can always go back.
You can always go back.
Another callback to our critical idiots. But
All right, guys, if you enjoy D&D, we'll do and you want to be part of the next D&D, guys, we will be having sign-ups, guys, here soon. All you got to do is email us at phatspicy.com if you want to play D&D, never played it before, if you want to try it out. You can. It won't be expensive, guys. It'll probably be $10 to $15 every week. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be within a 3-hour show, 3 to 4 hours. We
want to get into it. Really build it.
Guys, we're not asking for. If you are a veteran, you can play as well. We're not veterans by any means. I don't play enough to be considered a veteran.
Mm-hmm.
And we're always looking for laid back, chill people that want to have fun, that are good at role playing. And you don't have to be.
We might even get lousy in on this.
Yeah, I might get lousy on it. You can
We'll
play an angry barbarian.
Rawr.
But guys, that is all the time that we have, guys. Don't forget to like, share, follow, subscribe, and leave comments, guys, because I love responding. Spicy goes through, he responds to the comments, guys. He loves talking back.
I'm an arguer. What do you want from me?
I like them. I go, oh, that's a heart. It is a heart. Here's a heart. Here's a heart.
But as always, guys, I'm Phat.
I'm Spicy.
I'm Laz.
This is the Phat and Spicy show.
Bye.
Holy crap, bro.
Would you ever eat like somebody's remains? Like if they
Yes.
as their dying wish, like, hey,
Absolutely. Let's take a bite. I've always wanted to see what human tasted like.
Like butt
sprinkle me on the
jerky?
steak.